Hello there everybody, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I am Viking Wizard. So this is my works haul. So over the past week I've found over 20 CDs, 3 cassettes and some a box set, and I found a lot of music stuff at work because some of it I chucked because it was water damaged and all that sort of stuff, but the stuff that I've actually got home, which is awesome, so I've got a lot of stuff to show you here. Some of it's not for my collection because say I'm not into the artist or something like that, but I thought I'd show you off my works haul, which I found, which is awesome. The first one is the singles 1992 to 2003, and this is No Doubt. I've listened to them in the past via Kerrang and all that sort of stuff, and I can't remember what style. I don't know if it was the ska or something like that mixed with rock and whatnot. Wasn't my cup of tea at all, just not my thing, but I know a good friend who's loves their stuff. So and I know Just a Girl, Hey Baby, I know that one, and Spiderwebs, I know a couple of tracks, but the ones that I've heard which say the big tracks are not really my cup of tea, so that one's going to be gifted to a good friend. Then this next one is Doghouse Music, and this is Seasick Steve. Now, I haven't really listened to this artist, but the thing which impressed me, which quite a few people have said, is he makes his own instruments out of car parts. And they said he's more like bluesy, rocky type, which I thought interesting. And then I remembered watching some on Jeremy Clarkson, which is he does stuff about cars, and he mentioned about Seasick Steve, and so I thought I need to check him out. I want to see what he sounds like. But when it says guitars and whatnot, he makes instruments out of car parts, I thought that's cool, and suppose he's very unique, so I thought, yeah, I'm going to give that one a listen. So I am excited to give that one a listen. This next one, don't mind some of the stuff off it, but it's not really something I'll just keep in my collection, and it's Top of the Pops 80s free CD edition. So there's one or two on there that I don't mind. So the Human League, Adam and the Ants I don't mind. Blondie, Culture Club, Madness, David Bowie, Echo and the Bunnymen. What else is on here? The Four Tops, I've heard the name, that's about it. Starship. Phil Collins, obviously I've got some of his stuff. One or two of the Michael Jackson I don't mind, but yeah. There's not really much stuff in there that I'm not into, or I don't really play it much, so certain tracks would just be compilation, which I've got a Spotify, I've got a what you call it, a playlist, and it's just like favourites, mixed slash favourites, and it's just selected tracks by bands that I don't mind a couple of their tracks. If I want something different, I'll go listen to them, but that one's gifted to a friend. Then we have, this one is Dad Rocks, free CD, 55 astronomical rock tunes. Queen, Genesis, R.E.M., Thin Lizzy, The Killers, Nickelback, etc. And other than the dusty cover, which I'm going to give that one to a friend once I've cleaned the cover. There's no point in me keeping it because I've got virtually the stuff on there that I like, I've got it. So Queen, We Will Rock You, Free, Rainbow, Kiss, Whitesnake, Foreigner, Thin Lizzy, ZZ Top, Nazareth, Motorhead, Quo, Deep Purple, Hawkwind, Journey, Survivor, Genesis, David Bowie, what else is on here? The Kinks, Oasis, Focus, Billy Idol. I was looking, Steppenwolf. I was looking to see if Finger was on here because it's usually Dad Rocks. You'd get Paranoid, then there's Alice Cooper, Poison, Judas Priest, Breaking the Law, something like that, but for some reason they're not on there. But this too is more it seems to be like the indies bands, and I'm not that keen and overly fussed about some of the indie stuff, but I don't mind one or two. But Nickelback, they're not indie, but Rockstar I found that well annoying. I used to thought the song was okay, I suppose, but then after 30 some times I kept hearing it on the radio and it was shoved down your throat. I really didn't like the song, but that's gifted to a friend because there's not really a point in me keeping that one. Then I do have this one in my collection, although this one just needs a bit of a clean. This one's Greatest Hits 1, 2 and 3 of Queen. I do have this one, and are the discs in there? So yeah, the discs. Oh, the second case is stuck. Oh, it's open now. Yeah, so you get all 3 discs in there, which I already have this, which is a great compilation. But I'll be gifting that to a friend because I found that at work about several times since I started there. So I've always gifted them to friends because I thought not really point of me keeping it because I already have it. This one actually you don't have, and this one's Pink Floyd Pulse Live, which is one of the live stuff. I believe they play the Dark Side of the Moon full, and then the other live stuff is just like a greatest hits, so it's various songs. But supposedly this was recorded all over Europe. Not sure what era because I did a little bit of research and it said something like all over Europe where they played selected shows, and 8 songs like for selected shows and stuff like that, which I thought that's interesting. So that one's really good condition and that one's going in my collection. Then we have Heathen Chemistry. This one is Oasis. I've actually got this one in my collection. I actually do like their stuff. So some people were like, you like Oasis? And I was like, yeah, I like some of their stuff. Although I think their track Wonderwall is absolutely dreadful because I've heard it that many times and it's just not my cup of tea. Not really into that song. But there's a track on here, Little by Little, which I think is really heavy and fantastic. But I've already got that one, so I'm just going to gift that one to a friend. When was that one actually released? Was it the 90s or something like that? I'm not sure. Then we have another Oasis. This one's Be Here Now. I already have that one in my collection. I know they've released a lot of their stuff because they've reformed and they're touring, and I see now how much the tickets was, and I thought, wowzers, a bit expensive. Not for me. I wouldn't pay like nearly 300 quid. But some people, diehard fans, have. But this one was released in 1997. So I've already got that one, and it wasn't too memorable, this album. I thought it was okay, just didn't grab me as much as the other stuff. Then we have the best rock ballads in the world ever, 48 track double CD. Now I can guarantee I've probably got 90% of stuff on this disc. Queen, yes. Mike and the Mechanics, Fleetwood Mac. What else is on here? Phil Collins, Foreigner, Mr. Big, Lenny Kravitz, Meatloaf, Steve Winwood, The Police, Whitesnake, Toto, REO Speedwagon, some more Genesis, Marillion, Styx. So yeah, I've got quite a lot off there, and there's some stuff that I'm not overly keen on, but that's another one for one of my good friends. Then we have, this one was released in, I believe it was released in 2000. Was it 2000? Yeah, and it's Bon Jovi Crush. Already have that one. It's My Life is obviously on there. Say It Isn't So, but my favourite track off that album is Captain Crash and The Beauty Queen from Mars, which I thought was awesome. I do have the live one, which was, I think it's One Wild Night Live, which is from this tour. So I've got the live, which accompanies this. I believe it's accompanies this one, but I thought it was cool. So, pretty good album. Already got that one. I do have this one. I've had this quite a while. I've got the edition where you get Live at Wembley, and then you get a second disc with, I can't remember if it was Live at Wembley audio or if you got like some other hits on it, but Bon Jovi Crossroads. I found this at work about several different times, but I actually have this one, so I've got that box set, so I don't think there'd be any point in me keeping that one in my collection. So that's another one up for a friend. Then we have the very best of Drive Time, 40 driving classics and feel-good anthems. I've just seen Kelly Osbourne on here, Black Sabbath, Paranoid, Nickelback, Simple Minds. There's some stuff in here which are not my cup of tea at all, and stuff I've literally not heard. So this will just go to one of my friends. As you can see, some of it's good, but some of it's just not my cup of tea, or I've not really checked them out. Craig David is not really my thing. Air Supply I've never heard of. I'm not really into the Pretenders and stuff like that, so that will gift to a good friend. I do have this one, which is Bad Out of Hell 3, The Monsters Loose. Awesome album. The Monsters Loose is a fantastic song off here, but then you've got In the Land of the Pig, the Butcher is King. But there's some weird title tracks in here, but overall the album's awesome. So I've got the edition where you get a DVD, so you get a second disc with a DVD, and that one's the DVD's awesome. I know there's probably not much on it. I think it was a promo video and some footage, interview footage and stuff, but I was happy to get that version, but this one's gifted to a friend. Then we have another Bon Jovi, New Jersey. This is 1988. I'm genuinely not sure about this edition because I do have it, but I want to check to see if my version is the original pressing on CD or if this is like a reissue or something like that, because sometimes I check to see the difference, and certain bands I'll have the reissue, the original pressing and all that sort of stuff. So it's one of them I'm just going to check, see if I've actually got it or not. This one I do have, and it's Black Ice, AC/DC. I believe this was 2008 this one was released, which was the same year as Metallica Death Magnetic. Great album. I do already have this, but the AC/DC logo is red, and I know you can get a version where the AC/DC logo is in blue. So I've already got that album, and I thought about, is there a point in me keeping it just for the different cover, but then I thought there's not really a point, so that's gifted to a friend. I actually went to the tour for this studio album. This was released way back in 2007. Oh, I went to see him in 2008 in my hometown, which is also his hometown in Birmingham. In typical fashion, he got his arse, pulled his jeans down, got his arse out and flashed everybody. I'd seen him like an hour before because he did his star on the Walk of Fame in Birmingham, and they put his star out and seen him, and it was absolutely awesome. And I've actually got him on my arm, and it's the one and only Ozzy Osbourne. I do have this album. I've got the 2-disc edition where you get a second disc with like 4 of the tracks. I think it's Not Going Away, I Don't Want to Stop, Black Rain, and Here For You Live from somewhere in the US, but I've got this on CD and vinyl. I've done an unboxing video on the vinyl. It's on my YouTube channel somewhere, so that one's gifted to my good friend Stewie, because I don't think he's got that one in his collection, but I've got the full back catalogue of Ozzy. But as I said, every time I find stuff like that at work, I bring it home straight away, and I just bring the light even if I've got it, because then I can check to see if it's a different pressing or something like that, and then I gift it to friends that I know are into them. This one I do have, but it's a different best of, and this is a very best of Fleetwood Mac, which can't remember which best of I've got, but I'm going to check that one out just to see if I've got it, and is there any point in me keeping it, because I only know a handful of songs by them. So I thought when their stuff come up, and I think Rumours is one of their albums, I believe it's called Rumours, I've got that one on vinyl. It's not too bad, and I just thought I need to dip more into this band, but there's too many bands releasing stuff, bands I'm into, it's just getting the time to fully crack this band open. So that one's a maybe. Then we have good old Marilyn Manson, The Golden Age of the Grotesque. I got rid of his albums ages ago, a load of his studio albums, purely because I hadn't listened to him in years. I just hadn't listened to Marilyn Manson, and I thought to myself, is there a point in me keeping the albums when I just don't play them? So I got rid of them. And then all that stuff, all that rubbish came out about Marilyn Manson's, all the sexual assault and various other things about him. So whether it's true or not, I'm not sure, but I just haven't listened to him for quite a while. But I know a few people that would gladly accept that and add that to their collection. This one was, I'm not sure when this was originally released. I believe it was 78 or something like that, or 70s. This one's Dark Side of the Moon. I do have that one. I do have it in my collection. I've got it on CD, I've got it on vinyl, I've got the Wembley performance on vinyl where they play the whole album in full, and then I've got one of the box sets where you get like I think it's 4 or 5 discs of this, and it's a cracking album. If you haven't listened to it, you need to listen to it. It's probably one of the best prog rock albums ever made, but it's brilliant. So I've got that one, that's gifted to a friend. Oh, when I don't drop all the CDs. So this next one is 18 Till I Die. I've got this one, and I didn't think it was that memorable of an album. It wasn't too bad, it just wasn't his best work. And you get the only thing that The only thing that looks good on me is You. Have you ever really loved a woman? And there's one or two songs on there which are okay, it's just not really something that I've played over and over. So it's in my collection because it's obviously I've got the majority of his back catalogue of Bryan Adams, but just wasn't that overly keen and thought the album was average. So that one's gifted to a friend. This next one, when was this next one released? Actually doesn't say on the case, but I've actually got this one in my collection. One of the best winners of the NME Best New Artist Award. That's cool. This one, Showbiz, which is Muse. I actually like some of their stuff. So I've got the majority of their back catalogue, and I've got this. I picked their stuff up. This is a band, there's like one or two bands. I pick their stuff up as and when I see them. So say if they're extremely cheap, charity shop, car boot or something like that, because I don't mind their stuff. I wouldn't go out my way to collect all pressings, test pressings, you know, rare box sets and stuff. So I get their stuff. Like with Bon Jovi, I'll collect his stuff as and when they pop up. And there's a couple of newer Bon Jovi albums which I don't have yet, but I will be getting them to add to my collection. But stuff like that, the newer stuff, I'm not that really fussed, but I collect them as and when. But this isn't a bad album. Is it on here? I can't remember which one it was. I think there was Showbiz and then there was Overdue, which I thought was awesome, but I need to give that another listen. So I'll dig my copy out and give that another proper listen. Now this one, there's only disc 2 in this one, which was a shame, I realised when I got it home. But I've actually got the 3-disc edition with the DVD. So you get a 2 CD and a DVD, and it's all his promo video hits, or all their promo video hits. And this one is Thin Lizzy. So I do have this one in my collection, the 3-disc, which has got some great stuff in it, like Whiskey in a Jar, Boys Are Back in Town, and all that sort of stuff. There's some great stuff on there, so as you can see. So I do have that, and I've got like 3 or 4 Thin Lizzy albums. And I know after Thin Lizzy, they swapped various members, and then later on they changed their name to Black Star Riders, which I've not really checked out Black Star Riders, so I need to actually give them a proper listen. So that's another one that I just gifted to a friend. He's just happy with, say, playing with disc 2 in his car. On a day like today, and this one's Bryan Adams. Now, I don't remember much about this album, so I'm going to have to give this one dig it out and give it another listen. But 14 new songs when it was released. I'm really not sure, but come on. I'm pretty sure I know that one, How Do You Feel Tonight? So I'm going to give that one another listen, but I've already got that one in my collection. This band, I listened to these many years ago, and I played the hell out of this album for like, I think it was 6 months straight, all I kept playing. And in the end I got sick of the album that much, so I just got rid of the albums, and I haven't listened to them for many years. And it was a shame about the singer, Chester Bennington, passing away. But Hybrid Theory, Linkin Park, just been years since I've listened to them, but this one I'm just going to give to a friend, because there's 1 or 2 songs on there which you know, I did obviously love the album, but then I grew out of it, and so that's just going to be gifted to a friend, which, you know, hopefully appreciate it. Then we have from Dusk Till Dawn soundtrack, which I was wondering, is this a score? Because when it's a score soundtracks, I keep the score because I love like the orchestration and all that sort of stuff. But this seems, this seems to be just one of them compilations where it's full of artists that actually their songs were featured in the movie or just put on the soundtrack. ZZ Top, Stevie Ray Vaughan, Jimmy Vaughan, the Mavericks, the Blasters, and Tito and Tarantula. What a strange name for a band. So yeah, that one's just going to be gifted to one of my friends, because unless it was something awe-inspiring, the soundtrack, I don't really collect soundtracks. The only soundtracks I do collect is when it's the score and it's all the orchestration and stuff like that, because I love it. But just a compilation with various artists, I'm not really collecting them unless it's something that I absolutely love the movie, then I'll collect it. But I do love the movie, I'm just not fussed about the soundtrack. I do have this one, Love Songs, a compilation, old and new, and this one Phil Collins. So you get some live stuff on here, and then you get some of his lesser known songs, and it's not bad. I've played it quite a few times. It's just not something I've played and played and played, but I've got that one in my collection and it's not bad. So if I want something different other than the usual heavy rock / metal, and I'll go to this, which I love some songs on here. So that one's gifted to a friend. Yep, it has got the 2 disc in there, so that one will be gifted to one of my friends. Then we have The Circle. This one was released in 2009, which is Bon Jovi. It isn't a bad album. It isn't his best album. I thought the album, when I first listened to it, I thought it wasn't too bad. It was pretty average. And then I gave it more of a listen, and I thought this is good album, just not his best, because his best era was obviously his 80s era with, you know, Slippery When Wet, and then his debut studio album, which was fantastic. Bon Jovi's debut studio. So yeah, there is 1 or 2 good songs on there, but that's gifted to a friend because I've already got that one in my collection. Then we have, now this one is an awesome album. This one's These Days. Includes the Send a Love Song and 2 bonus tracks. I'm going to have to check them 2 bonus tracks to make sure that I haven't got it. But Hey God, Something for the Pain, the Send a Love Song, These Days. There's some good stuff in here, and that's Bon Jovi, another one. So I do have this one in my collection, but this one's just going to be gifted to a friend who don't have that one. Now, when a guy at work who I work with is the yard manager, and he was going through some CDs, and he said, "Do you want these?" And he was like, he said, "Do you want this, Robbie Williams?" And I said, "No chance, you can, the Robbie Williams," I said, "you can keep in the skip." Then it was Take That, and it was like Ed Sheeran, some of the pop stuff, and he said, Bryan Adams, and I was like, "Oh, what album?" And then I think it was the one of the best ofs of Bryan Adams. The CD wasn't in there, and it was Water Damage. So I chucked it, and then the next minute he said, into a band called Rammstein. I was like, what? Rammstein? Where? He said, Motto, and I was like, no, he gave it me, and I was like, I happily have that one. I said to him, this is my all-time favourite album. It's the best album in my eyes ever made. It's absolutely incredible. Since it was released way back in 2001, I've played it over 1,000 times, start to finish. I said it's one album out of God knows what. I said it's an album that I can play all the way through without skipping a track, and every song is equal. I said it's brilliant. I said it's my all-time favourite album. I've got it like several times on CD. I've got it on vinyl cassette, and I don't think it's ever been released on 8-track. But I said to him, I'll have that one, and I said I'll put that one to one side so I can have a look. I want to check to see the barcode or anything like that to see what version it is, whether it's a reissue, if it's an original pressing or something like that, to see if I've got it. More than likely I've got it, but if for some reason I don't have it, which I doubt it, I said it will slide into my collection. But that one, I said, yeah, to me it's the best album ever made, and I said I can't believe somebody would throw that away. So yeah, I'm super happy about that one. Then we have 3 cassettes. This first one, I don't know nothing about it, and it's called Copperhead Road. Steve Earle, is that Steve Earle and Cockney Rebel? Because I know my brother's got some stuff in his collection, so I really don't know much about that. I know nothing, so I really don't know, but I thought, that looks interesting. So I thought, you know what, I'm going to take that home, and I'll put that to one side in my to play, and I'll give that one a listen, because you never know. I may have discovered something that I enjoy, but then I may think it's absolutely dreadful, and I may get rid of it. So it's one of them. Not sure. Then we have, have this on CD, cassette, and vinyl. And this one's U2 Rattle and Hum. So I do have this one. It's I believe this is the live one, which is recorded from, I'm not sure where, but I believe this is their live album, or was it their studio album? Absolutely cannot remember, because it's been years since I've listened to it. So I'm going to have to do a bit of research on that one. This one, I don't know much about the band. I don't know nothing, and I know my brother's a massive fan, but he don't collect cassettes. So this is a live one, which if it was a studio, I would have gave it a listen. But I'm in the City of Light, Simple Minds live, so it's a Simple Minds one, a live one. Now I virtually know nothing about this band. I'm just trying to see if I can recognise any of the bands, any of the songs off this. which so far I don't know any of the songs off this, so that'll be put to one side because I'm going to check his stuff out and I'll give it a listen, because you never know, when I get a free moment I may enjoy it, I may not. It may be something that I'll be like, I need to collect the Simple Minds stuff and add this to my collection, but then it may be something, gift it to a friend. This one I'll be gifting to a friend because I'll as I said, I do like compilations, but this one's just the best of musicals. So it's 6 CD collector edition of just various songs from various musicals, and some of the stuff I like, but it's just selected tracks from various stuff, and I don't see the point in me keeping it. So that one's gifted to my good friend Martin, because I know he's said he'll happily take that one. But I like Phantom of the Opera. I don't mind Evita, and then the Rocky Horror Show, obviously. Not really a fan of Chicago and Mamma Mia and Fame and The Lion King. That's cool. So, Wizard of Oz. So yeah, there's one or two on there I like, one or two I'm not that really fussed about. So that one will be gifted to my friend. But yeah, that has been my works find. So I found a lot of stuff at work, which is awesome. So as I said, a lot of that's going to be gifted to some friends and I'll be passing them on. Or like, because I live near 2 record shops, so I'm probably going to go in there with some of them and I'll just say, figure out how much they'd buy them for, maybe in store credit where I can swap them for a couple of CDs of stuff that I'm actually into. So hope you all enjoyed this works find, and I'll catch you in the next one. If you are new to this channel, if you would like to like and subscribe, hit that notification bell, all that fantastic stuff, because it's many unboxing videos. But then, as I said, I do my works haul. I still can't believe I found that at work. My all-time favourite album, masterpiece. I know some people it's not really their cup of tea, and to be honest, when I first heard this band way back in 2001, I thought that was absolutely trite because I couldn't understand a word they were saying, and I thought, not my thing at all. And after 7 times of hearing it reappearing on Kerrang, I thought, you know what, this isn't bad as I thought it was. And then I went in HMV and seen the album and listened to the album, and I thought, whoa, this is a masterpiece. And then from start to finish, I loved it. Fell in love with it, and it's been my all-time favourite band since. I've seen them 6 times, never seen them on this tour, which was a shame. I started catching them in 2005, which was the album after this, which was a Rise tour. And then I've seen them on every tour since. So hope you all enjoyed this, latest haul, and I'll catch you in the next one. Have a good one. Viking Wizard signing off. See you later and take care.